Wait, I'm not ready. Just kidding. I'm never ready. What episode are we?
30.
Really? The dirty?
Dirty 30.
Oh, then my mood is going to be perfect for this one.
Good gravy. We're into March. That's all we got. Thank you for listening today. I was Josh.
Just staring at you because where are we going with that?
I was going to list all the things coming up. We're in March. We're basically 6 weeks out. Wow, my voice just went up really high.
A month from tomorrow is opening day. Not home opener, but opening day. That's scary. That's Joey Skare. I'm very Joey Scarred right now.
It is a Friday afternoon here at CHS Field. We are episode 30 of Funny in Theory.
As opposed to our Monday, fresh, bright-eyed, got good sleep on the weekend, just so excited to be back at work. This Friday afternoon, not so much.
Not so much. Sarah, what's going on?
It's been a week. What's not going on?
So let me tell you, during this week, we're facing a Minneapolis teacher strike starting next Tuesday. So my kids will be back home again. Love them. We've got a little conflict going on overseas right now that's in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
And this whole time I'm thinking to myself, my boss is saying 40 days without drinking would be a good thing. And I'm like, not gonna be.
Hey, we're not doing 40.
Not
30.
The text earlier this week is like, oh no, Lent started.
No, it's not Lent. I'm going to rearrange mine. Yeah. But
day before St. Patty's Day.
No, it's actually St. Patrick's Day is on a Thursday. I thought it was a Tuesday. Every once in a while, I get in my head that March 15th is St. Patrick's Day, not the 17th. So I'm either starting, I honestly might start it next Monday, go a few days, then drink on the weekend, and then start again, and then take a break on St. Patrick's Day, and then do the remaining 20 days. And then that lets me have a beer or two before home opener because I'm going to think that I need it. If anything, yeah.
Every morning I wake up, I'm like, I can do this. I can drink my water.
Yeah.
Not going to do any processed food or fast food.
Great.
That usually dies around 1 p.m. or so after I've had my protein shake or my vegetable drink, and I was like, I'm still not emotionally full.
Well, yeah, because you need to feed yourself. Otherwise, you're just gonna binge.
Not drinking water, and then come 8, 9 o'clock at night, it's like, no, I can have a beer while I'm watching this movie or.
Really, I'm walking my door 6:01.
Well, the problem is my son usually gets off of work at 9, or he's got done with his swim finals. So I don't have to do anything there.
You don't have to announce there ananymore?
I don't have to announce there anymore. I don't have to worry about, picking him up and, just we're going to call it the end of the night.
Yeah.
But I had an idea last night for kind of one of the fall games that we don't have a theme for.
We'll have one now, but what's up?
Homecoming.
Ooh.
We should have everyone bring their high school letter jackets, whether you're 50 years old or 20 years old.
We didn't do that at my high school.
And
well, let's just say you could do it. You weren't cool if you did.
Let's hire a high school band to play at least during a half inning, give them their great big break. And
what I think about when I think of high school bands? The Zack Attack from Saved by the Bell. They had a band for an episode.
The Zack, I never watched.
Zach Morris got too big for everybody. It was a bad dream, but randomly they were in a band for one episode. Start touring. Anyways.
How was the band? Are they available? Can they come that night?
Maybe.
Or do we do a high school homecoming, or is it like a college homecoming? Dude, I keep tagging you on stuff and you're not contacting us. Jonathan, what do you got going on? We can do root beer keg rolls or root beer handstand stuff.
I have a feeling our high school situations were so different.
Oh, I'm saying that's what we could do here. But
did you do that in high school?
Well, I'm just saying we shouldn't do beer keg rolls or big beer keg.
Right, but I didn't know keg roll was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
When you're done with it, you just roll a keg.
Oh, okay.
Or just again, people doing the keg handstand, but doing root beer, and then it comes out their nose. Anyway,
that sounds stingy.
I'm not going to ruin my pitch to you right now by talking about root beer. But I love the idea of everyone bringing their leather jackets that they haven't worn for 30 years.
Well, they're going to need it. It might be a little cold.
That's why we're doing it in the fall.
Actually, though, like September, I think September is nicer than April. It's just sometimes when the sun goes down, then you're like, yeah, it's a bit brisk out now.
It's that dumb weather where you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, it's cold, and you get all dressed, and by 11 o'clock you get out.
Damn, it's hot.
And then you leave it in your car and you do whatever, and then about 5 o'clock you're like, where's my coat?
Yeah.
It's in the car. This is the kind of mood we're in right now.
You should have heard me literally 15 minutes ago. I don't think there was one thing I did not bitch about. I just spent 10 minutes ordering Jimmy John's. Tomorrow we are doing a shoot with the Ushertainers. Mm-hmm. I got Josh's opinion. Do people like ham or roast beef more? I don't know. We got some turkey. We got some Vitos. Got some chips. I don't know.
Pickles.
I had to get the pickles. Pickles are for me. 10 minutes. I place the order. Great. Get a call. I'm not answering. I never answer my phone if I don't know the number. Left me a voicemail. Thought it was going to be somebody about my health insurance. I don't know. This is Maria. Anyways, Jimmy John's. Hey, calling about your order. Give us a call back. We're closed tomorrow. It's a Saturday. Why are they closed? If you're closed, why would Saturday, March 5th be an option to order from? I guarantee there's something you could turn off on your website to say that's not an option.
Is that Jimmy John's new thing? Like Chick-fil-A is not open Sundays, and now Jimmy John's like
Saturdays. We love our employees. Like, they shouldn't have to work on Saturday. It's the best day of the week.
Everyone drank last night, and everyone came in for sandwiches, and our staff's just really tired.
Yeah,
so we're giving them the day off.
Now I get to do that during our content meeting, which is after this today. Today's all whacked up. I threw everybody off whack today. Are you okay with it?
Mm-hmm.
We are doing the content meeting, which is normally also Friday morning, is now in the afternoon, because after the meeting, we're going to get beers.
That's pretty...
The brewery.
Can you come to the meeting on Friday at 3:30? Will there be beer? Yes, I'll be there.
Yeah. Well, it won't be during the meeting, but we can carry the meeting on too. We're going to go visit the Metronome. It's the new brewery across the street that used to be Birch's. So I figured we could use a little powwow outing, all of us creative folk, plus anyone else. I invited Tom. Tom can come if he wants. I don't know.
I've been getting on Instagram
but dang you, Jimmy John's. Dang you, Jimmy Johnnies. Everyone says they love Jimmy John's, and I'm always like, eh. I remember, Anna, who used to work here, when she was pregnant, the whole thing was, what are you most looking forward to when you have your son? And she said, being able to have Jimmy John's again. And I was like, because you can't have deli meat. And I go, you couldn't find a better answer than that. We actually got into like sort of a back and forth on it. I was just like, there's got to be something better. I just don't agree with it. Jimmy John's, you're fine. But in my opinion, that's all you are. You're fine. Who wants fine? I want good or great. A little look into my managerial style too.
Jimmy John's, it'll do.
Who wants it'll do?
It's not.
If I wanted it'll do, I would have walked down the aisle.
I've been getting such weird requests from I don't want to say random fans, but on Instagram and Twitter, giving me direct messages asking about the Saints. How do you do tickets? How do you do promotion? I don't know. It's
Oh, by the way, I have a box for you at my desk. You were sent something. I forgot to give it to you. Anyways, keep going.
Oh, and so somehow they found out my personal, so obviously we talk about it on the podcast and stuff, but there's never like a direct email asking me, how do we do this? It's very odd, and they've been popping up quite a bit lately, and I've been answering them because thank you for reaching out to me and knowing, I guess, who the heck I am.
Yeah.
But for the third time, the guy out in California is saying, hey, I don't know who to talk to here at the Saints, and you haven't responded to me. Please let me know. It's about beverage sales or something like that.
Yeah, and people do that. Oh, I get hit with those all the time.
But at the end of the email, it's like, don't want to receive these anymore? Click here. It's like, so this is like on an automatic type thing. But Why my email?
I know, because that's technology. They just find every email address on the website.
It's really...
man.
Also the amount of spam. Humble brag again. The short film that we did had a couple awards this week, and I was very proud of it. But then the weird spam emails started to come in, or the spam messages started to come in as well. And
speaking of spam, do you eat that?
I haven't done it for a while, but I enjoy spam.
Do you?
Yeah.
I tried it once when it was here at the ballpark. They were sampling at the gate. I didn't like it, but I don't think it was cooked. It was like uncooked.
No! Oh gosh, no!
I spit it out.
The Jennifer's grandmother, Japanese grandmother, Oba, loved spam, and if we ever went onto the base or we came from Minnesota, we would bring it to her. It was just it's very popular there and very popular in Hawaii.
Didn't it start in Hawaii?
No, it started in the Hormel plant down in.
Oh really?
Yeah, but you can get spam rolls, sushi rolls. Those are so good. If you're not a fish eater. If you're a processed meat eater who wants to eat it with rice and a little bit of mayonnaise, there you go.
Okay.
We have had some good news this week. I don't know if we can talk about some of the upcoming promotions that are going to be on field.
Good news, but also it's stressing me out. I've had like
Is it because there's only a month left?
I've had 4 things come in where I did not think they were going to say yes to them, like ideas. And now that they have, I'm like, well, that would be cool, but I don't know how the to get this done. Are you kidding me? Sorry, Joey, I had to. But so many things I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool in theory. Now I'm not a handy gal. I'm trying to figure out so many different things right now that
we'll get it done. But one of them being the trampoline. Can we talk about that?
Sure.
We need a trampoline.
We used to have a mini trampoline at my house as a kid. We went all the time. Like we'd have it in the basement. It wasn't even outside. And we'd have there was like a lip of a wall that would hang down. I don't know. Let's call that 2 feet. And it would just be me, my brother, and my cousin. Let's call it 7, 8, and 9. And we would have a slam dunk contest. And whoever could have the coolest jump on the trampoline and just slam the ball against the wall. I never won. I hadn't thought about that for years. My brother and I did the same thing. We would have like a little Nerf hoop. Yeah, except we had no hoop. It was just slamming the ball on the wall. And it was a soccer ball. It wasn't even, but it was deflated so we could palm it. Even though back then I probably still had these massive grabbers. But
tell me about Skare. She has some massive grabbers. So we've been trying to figure out how we can do a human Velcro wall. Yes. And without having it be the inflatable thing that you see everywhere that's ginormous. That we can get onto the field, do the promotion, and get off the field in 90 seconds. Yeah. We have not been able to wrap our heads around how to get that done. And Sierra found a video of someone jumping on a trampoline and basically... It wasn't even a trampoline. Do they just jump up? I think it was like sort of like a padded ramp. It wasn't a ramp, but you know what I mean? Like a gymnastic mat, but it was padded. And they took one step on that and a springboard? But I don't even know if it was a springboard. Anyways, it might have been. Thanks, Joey. One step on that, we'll call it a springboard. And then one step, you could use the wall then to continue to try to go as high as you could. And parkour! I think, yeah, that's so funny you say that. That's what I say to Tater every time. Every time I see him and he jumps up on me like a million times. Parkour! Anyways, and they were using Post-it notes. We don't have to use Post-it notes. We can still do a Velcro thing. But how... I don't know. Anyway, hitting a Post-it note or whatever it is. As tall as they could. Onto a target. Yeah, well, they did it onto a wall, but we would make it a target to see who could hit it the highest. So now we've got the okay, but the question is, how high can they jump before we think to ourselves, we should have something beneath them so they don't break an ankle. That's why I'm scared. The video I saw, they were in a gymnastics, a gym, to where they're falling just on all these mats. If we used a trampoline, I just see someone running, doing it, and then falling back down. But also, sorry, Joey's distracting. But also,
clipping their like shin on the trampoline on the way down. I don't know.
Smacking into the wall, twisting an ankle, going off the thing.
Yes.
So we either need a ball pit or a pool.
A ball pit would be funny. But then they'd have to try and make sure that they fell to that side.
No matter what we did, someone would get hurt. Like
maybe it shouldn't be a trampoline. Maybe it should be like what they used.
Just an old gymnastics ramp?
Kind of, maybe. A springboard. A padded springboard.
Okay.
And then maybe it is a springboard. You're right, Joey. Like, is that what they hit before they go on the horse? Maybe that's what it was. Anyways.
I'm sure we can find one
Maybe
someplace.
we could, I don't know. Yeah.
I should start looking sooner than later.
I mean, I think I need to order a bunch of Velcro.
And now we need hearts to put instead of a horse head? Explain this to me.
The pony hop.
The pony hop.
You ever seen like the inflatable, they're ponies or horses, and it's adults on them and they're just flopping, riding them?
So is it one of those where it looks like a costume?
No.
So not a dinosaur, but it's just a big inflatable horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, but instead of a pony head, it's going to have a heart. And I need to figure out who makes these, and can you make a heart instead of a horse head? Which you think it would be a lot easier. A heart is very, kindergartenish compared to drawing a horse, which is sixth grader. I don't know.
So
I couldn't draw it in sixth grade.
Would they be hopping with
yeah, it's sort of like a race.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like the like if you were sitting on a ball and you were jumping like that. It's the same thing except it's shaped like a.
Let's just go fully anatomically correct. Just a 4-chamber heart, just this big, ugly.
That does not sound like kindergarten artwork. That sounds like design school.
Okay. So we've got that. But we're not going to be doing that every night.
Nope.
And we're not doing the bed race even though.
Nope. Even though Zane almost gave us the okay. The other one is the oversized diaper race.
Oversized diaper race.
Yep. Where 3 people have to fit in a diaper, an oversized diaper. One leg in one leg hole. One person is unfortunately fully in the diaper, so they have both their legs in the leg holes, and then the other person on the side is one leg in the leg hole. How is that going to work?
Don't know. We'll have to.
You know what? Now that I think about this, that's not going to work that way. They're all going to have to be in the leg holes. Because think of if I had, this is going to be such, if you're not watching this, you need to now, then the diaper is only going to be able to go up to their crotch.
Yeah, so the guy in the middle wearing the full one, and then so.
No, you're not understanding. Okay, because say I'm one on the outside, the guy in the middle can't pull it up and hold it up to his waist because it's going to be stopped by my crotch. Or are you saying both legs have to go into that hole?
It's hard to believe how I'm confused by this right now. I think if there's some sort of Velcro or an attachment, we can adjust to
both
go around
legs,
the person.
The 2 people on the outsides, both legs have to be in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got it? We're good?
I think this is something we should
can't
try
have
out.
The side ones can't have one leg in, one leg out. That's impossible. Because it's going to get stopped by their crotch. How are you not getting this crotch math right now? This is a live look into how me and him try to explain each other games.
I'm still stuck in the conversation we had before. Like, would you rather move super fast or stop time? And I went back and I listened to our conversation, and I didn't understand either of our points of view.
Gosh.
It was very funny.
Or they're gonna all yeah. I think that's the way it's gonna go. Okay. Or
yep.
All 3 people have to be in the middle, one leg in each one, and then they run and they have to pick up another person, and it's one in each leg. But they're facing each other. It's sort of like a conga line. Not facing each other, but
so just
back to butt.
One leg in each, but they're all
squished together.
Squished together trying to run.
Yes.
That could be very fun.
That's one way, or we can try the other way. That I will draw you a diagram.
Note to self, we have to find some giant diapers to try this as well.
I'm trying to find circles that I can fit in, but anyways. Well, I thought you had a seamstress.
Yeah.
You can just have her sew big ones, or him sew, or you sew. I don't know. If you're trying to moonlight in this sewing world.
I thought
sometimes when people say, I have a friend, asking for a friend, that's Josh. Sewing away at home.
A couple weeks ago, I had the giant sumo suits, which are these big vinyl things on the ground, and just the biggest needle you could find. I didn't have a thimble to poke it through, so I sewed all those things by hand.
Dang.
And then I taped them up. But at the end of the day, I was like, that was a lot of work for something that is now going to be inside a giant romper.
Yeah. Are we getting those too?
Yeah. You spoke to, did Gina have a?
Oh, she has a woman.
A woman?
What do we want them to look like? Should we go shopping at like Joann and find the most hideous effing fabric we can find?
Oh, absolutely.
We should. Okay, great. That's next week. Because we got to do this all fast. Next week, we're even closer to home opener.
I'm really glad that teachers aren't going on strike, so I have to. Oh, good.
Okay, fine. I'll go by myself.
No, I want to get out of the house.
Yikes. Okay.
I want to give a quick shout out to 2 ushertainers who will not be joining us next year.
Oh, okay.
And they have been with us for 10 years. First of all,
10 years? Close.
Let me say that again. They started 10 seasons ago. Now, unfortunately, they haven't been with us.
They didn't start before me, and I have not even worked my 10th season yet. This is going to be my 10th season.
So this would have been Chef's. This is going to be Chef's 10th season.
Yeah.
But Alaboard and Pig's Eye all started at the same time.
Correct. I'm just trying to tell you that it's not 10 seasons because I haven't even done my 10 seasons. And I don't think Pig's Eye Pete started back at Midway.
I don't know.
I know. I don't think he started until 2015.
Anyway, Pig's Eye Pete and Alaboard, their careers are doing very well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they have not been able to, or they will not be joining us next season. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for everything that you've done. You will be missed, and you can come back anytime except Tuesdays. So,
yeah. I was trying to think something about Tuesdays, but yes. Yeah. Thank you. Shout out to them.
Any Tuesday will be.
What was Pig's Eyes bird's name?
Arthur.
Oh, that's right.
So Pig's Eye was our local pirate, and Alaboard was our conductor.
Train conductor.
Yes.
Who was great with his train horn? What do you call that?
The train whistle.
Whistle.
That was...
Why do I feel like we already have like 3 things Joey can cut into like fast clips about this one?
Oh.
Can I tell you? Can we take a promo break for a second?
Yes.
Can I tell you about my travel story?
Oh my gosh, yes. I've been waiting a couple days for this.
I haven't even put my thoughts together of how this story is going to go, but I'm just going to be as real as possible. That's how I do things. I don't plan. I went to Miami last weekend for a bachelorette party. It is the first bachelorette party I've gone to that was not in Minnesota, because people always have their bachelorette parties when it's nice out in Minnesota and we have games. It's also the first time in my entire life that I have flown anywhere warm during the winter months. Like, I've never been on spring break. I've never taken a vacation just to get out of the cold. So, a little excited about this. Like, I only know the bride. She is the broadcaster for the Portland Sea Dogs. She was our broadcasting intern back in 2017. I got very close with her, still friends with her. I'm in her wedding. It's going to be in Maine. I'm excited in October. But since she works in baseball, she knows how to plan things around the baseball season. So we were in Miami last weekend. Beautiful weather, 80 degrees. We had an Airbnb. There was 12 girls. Like I said, I've met her sister once. A couple of the girls actually work in minor league baseball around the country. So that was kind of cool. And the rest are just friends from her college. Anyways, so I'm flying out Thursday at 1:15-ish p.m. There's 2 things to back this story up. I don't like going to the bathroom on an airplane. Like, I just, for whatever reason, I don't want to. I've only had to do it once in my entire life. I'd rather just sit in my seat, stay there, watch whatever, good to go. So I always go back and forth whether I should have a drink. You know, airport drinks are so fun But then it's like, is this going to make me have to go to the bathroom very badly in the middle of the flight? Like, okay. I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to a bachelorette party, like in Miami. I'm going to do it. So I want to get to the airport early enough so I can have one beer. I definitely got there early because security took me 7 minutes between checking my bag and security line I was in. And I was planning for like 30 minutes at least. All right, so got a beer. Flight's delayed. Half hour. Shoot. Okay, fine. I'll do another beer, but make it a smaller one. Okay. Flight's delayed more. Flight's delayed more. All right. At this point, I have now found another bar. And I'm like, I need to switch to something that is harder and less volume, just because. So went to the Town Ball Tavern. Didn't even know the Twins had a bar. It was the Twins bar somewhere in the Terminal 1. I was delayed 2 hours before we got on the plane. While we were on the plane, we sat in line for an hour to get de-iced because it had started to flurry around us. So that's protocol. No matter what, you have to get de-iced. Great. So my flight that was supposed to land at 5:45 landed at 8:45. And I flew into Fort Lauderdale, which I was okay with. So I didn't fly into Miami, and it was going to be like a 45-minute like taxi ride to the Airbnb. Not a big deal. At 5:45, I'll still get there at 7. Question.
Yes. Did you have no party time on the plane?
No party time.
But you were able to do that before you got on the plane?
Yep. Okay. I was good to go.
Okay.
And then, so I get my taxi in Fort Lauderdale. It was so weird. There was no one at the table. There's usually someone standing out there like helping facilitate like taxis. No one was there. And then some dude just yelled at me to like get in. He taxi? And I was like, yeah. He goes, come on. And I was like, okay. So I get in and he starts driving. And I'm not kidding. We've been driving for probably 3 minutes. And he hasn't even asked where I'm going yet. I was like, granted, we still hadn't left the airport grounds yet. So we're just driving there. So I was like, this is weird. But also, I don't know. Okay, so I finally asked him, I go, do you need the address I'm going to? And he goes, oh, yes. And so I told it to him. Nothing happened. He didn't write it down. He didn't enter it in his phone. Nothing. And I like texted my friend immediately. I'm like, I'm literally going to die. I'm going to die in this taxi. Like, okay, cool. Like a minute later, I go, do you want me to put it in my phone to see where we're going? And he literally just grabs his phone and just hands it back to me, as in I'm supposed to put it in his phone. Like, okay. So I put it in. I also put it in my phone just in case to make sure. On the route there, I honestly, I'm not even going to try to do the accent because I don't want to be like offensive, but I couldn't understand him. Okay. And what he essentially was saying, we don't have turnpikes in Minnesota, okay? So I don't know what a turnpike means. Is that where you go fast? I don't know.
That's the Autobahn.
He was just like, he was trying to tell me that it's saying to take the turnpike, but he thinks he knows a faster way. And I was like, well, if it's saying the turnpike, I mean, that it's the fastest route. I think that's the fastest route. And he's like, I've had bad experiences on there. Like it gets delayed. And I was like, I'll take your word for it, I guess. However, okay, you're going to take a faster route. I'm going to die. Like I'm going to die in a ditch in Miami. Like this is cool. He ends up, I think, taking the turnpike, whatever. In the middle of the mother effing highway, he comes to a complete stop because he doesn't know which like off ramp he's supposed to take. And this was probably like 30 minutes in now, like of this 45-minute ride. And I was like, and this is the ditch I'm going to die in. And so like, we ended up being fine and everything, but I was just like, in the moment. And also I'm in a new place. It's now 9:30. It's pitch black outside. It's just, I did Wordle though in that car ride. I let my guard down for a good 5 minutes so I could do the Wordle that day. And I got a 3.
Nice.
I was texting you a little bit during that, but I could not believe. And then when we got near it, he kept missing every turn he was supposed to take in the neighborhoods to get there. And I was just like, do you want me to get out and walk? Because I can. I have legs. I eventually made it unscathed.
May I ask how you paid for the ride? Did he give you
credit card? And then of course I just have this like, Being a server, you have that brain. Even though it was not the best ride of my life, I still gave him like a 20% tip. It ended up costing me like $150. Yeah. So God bless him. And then on my way back, I was supposed to get up at 4:30 in the morning, got up at 4:30. And then if this is Jimmy John's calling me, it's not.
Is it Big Jim Robinson?
No, somebody from New York.
They're probably lost on the turnpike.
I woke up at 4:30. I remember having a conversation with two girls that were still awake at 4:30 because a lot of people didn't leave till Sunday night. I left Sunday morning at 7:30 and I wanted to get to the airport early. Again, never been there before because I was flying out of Miami this time. Apparently, I fell back asleep till 5:30, and so an hour after I wanted to get up, they come and wake me up. They're like, Skare, I thought you said you were going to leave. And I was like, oh my gosh. Still had plenty of time, in my opinion, to get to my 7:30 flight. I got to the airport, I want to say at like 6 a.m. and did not get to my gate until about 7:25.
Because you were at the bar?
But no, that's how long security took in Miami. And I couldn't believe how long it was moving so slow. And now it's like, now I understand. I've always wondered, why is the Minneapolis airport always ranked like number one? Or usually it's up there. I understand now. Miami's was terrible. So almost didn't make it back, but I did. Here we are.
So many. Okay, coming back to Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And I have I have been able to get out to warmer weather to come back to Minnesota during winter. Did you have that moment of you're up in the sky and it's sunny and it's kind of beautiful and then it starts coming through the clouds and then you see the Minnesota dead ground and then you're just like, oh yeah, and you get out and it's gray and it's just Minnesota. And
Yeah,
it's like,
I could imagine, but I didn't because I was on the middle on the way back.
okay.
Yeah, and the shade was closed.
There's been two instances that are kind of similar to yours and yet completely different. One of the first times I ever took a private cab, so like not quite Uber, but it was in Newark, in New Jersey.
I've been to that one, I think.
And often voted the worst airport in North America. Went downstairs and you basically just have to go across a bridge to get to my family who lives out there. And I was like, come in the car, and so I did. And as I'm walking out, it says, do not take unsolicited rides on a sign. So I was like, oh, okay, well, what do and I'm in the car, and by this point, I'm like, I know how to get there. And he's not talking to me as we're going over the bridge. And me too, thinking, this is how I'm going to die. But I'm going to be found in some New Jersey swamp, just mafia style. And the whole time I'm thinking, I haven't negotiated a price. What's it going to pay when I get out? How am I going to do it?
You're supposed to negotiate a price?
I wasn't, meaning it was never, it's going to be this much. Or sometimes when you're in an old school cab, you can watch the meter run so you have an idea how much you're going to pay. We never talked about that.
I should have done that.
And it was just, The other time was when I went down to the Yucatan Peninsula.
Yeah, I like Yucatan better.
Yucatan Peninsula.
You were never in the Yucatan Peninsula.
Lee Adams. I was going to tell you. I didn't know if you saw him over there.
I did. I see nothing. And you're supposed to take a tour bus to where you're supposed to go.
He just continues his story like he doesn't care. That Lee came in.
Lee may not be here. This may be a pre-recorded voice, or it could be a call-in.
I think.
That's it. I'm out.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm taking the bus down there, there was a rave festival going on that I found out about later. But all these college kids were getting on, and none of them spoke English. So the guy that sat next to me, I just said kind of hello to him and just kind of looked at me like this. And eventually he started talking to someone, and it was in German. I'm like, oh, this is really odd.
Yeah.
And whoever was in front of us was getting busy the entire time. Like this college couple just could not wait to get to where they were going. But the whole time I'm like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going. Met some friends down there. We took a rental car back that they had rented. And the whole time we were joking around about how if you get pulled over when you're in New Mexico, make sure you have money on you because you have to pay the police officer off. We're like, oh, this is this is an urban. We got pulled over that moment. And they're like, yeah, you were the guy was trying to explain to us that we were speeding, and the driver was like, no, we weren't. And the person next to him was like, yes, we were. Just take care of it right now. He's like, you can either pay me, it was like $120 right now, and we'll take care of this, or you have to follow me back to the station. And it was like, okay, so we're busy getting our money out, and
Why is it your fault though? You're not driving.
He wasn't speeding either. We were all just like...
That's such BS.
And so we were not going to go to the station. We were not going to deal with any of that. And then we talked to someone. They're like, if you had rental plates and they can tell, you might be shook down by the local law enforcement.
Dang.
So that
I don't ever want to go there then. No. I wouldn't stand for that. You know what BS backwards is? SB. That's me.
Oh. I like that. I don't know where we were going.
I don't know either.
Truth of the matter is, we have both survived our trips.
I was gonna say Lee could stay. We could talk with Lee for a little bit, but he left already.
I still thought he was sitting there.
No, he walked out the door already. He's early for our content meeting.
Oh.
Joey, what number are we at right now? What number of minutes? She doesn't know.
36 minutes.
Oh, we got to squeeze out 5 more.
At least 5 more.
You don't have to. I mean, you can.
We might as well start saying goodbye now. And by that point,
Can I tell you about a really...
Scott Bush giving me a call right now.
Scott, what's going on?
I'm not going to answer it.
We're filming a new short film this week with Jordan Lynn, and Joey was here this week, and we had a very weird scene that do I even want to talk about this, Joey?
Wow.
Well, now you've started talking about it. You might as well.
And I said to her, 2-3 years ago.
Sure, let's just pimp all of your side projects on this podcast.
It was a sex scene.
We've talked about
Sierra,
60 watt.
and she had to hold the microphone out for the sound, and the whole time I was like, this seemed funny in theory, and now I don't like any of this, but it's going to be hysterical.
You could have dubbed one in.
A sound?
Yeah. Sort of like rub one out, dub one out.
Oh, hey.
Damn.
But the whole time I kept
I keep thinking these afternoon ones are going to be terrible, but they honestly are way better than Monday morning. It's like Monday morning, we're good Catholics, and like by Friday afternoon, I'm ready to partay. I was about to say something that my mom for sure would have crucified me for if she heard it. I was going to say, by Friday, I'm ready to have sex in the Catholic pew. Which is not true. I just really couldn't think of anything on the spot.
I so want a promo on the schedule to say dub one out.
We should. That'd be a great Friday night fireworks. Like all dub music. Oh my gosh. Are your armpits sweating?
Yes.
Mine too. We knew this would be the dirty 30. We didn't even plan for this, and somehow karma knew.
Oh, sweet.
Was that the noise?
That was.
Okay, we might as well be done.
There was something I was going to talk about it, but it doesn't matter at this point because we went there and then went there again.
Like we always do.
And then we're going to let the weekend go.
That's one of my favorite pictures I've ever posted of me and you. And the caption is, them, you won't, us, we just did.
Just did.
Anyways, okay. What are we going to talk about next one on Monday?
Let's see how the promotional meeting and the drinking goes.
Should we repent our sins?
We're only 2 days into Lent and we've already...
I know. I still haven't had meat on the days I'm not supposed to, though.
See, I was 3/4 of the way through the day and my mom went, I didn't know today was Lent. That's how much I've fallen off the Catholic wagon. I was like, oh! And then, but my thought was like, oh, shoot.
Oh, if my mom doesn't do it, then
yeah,
I don't have to.
There are so many things I'm going to hell for. I might as well. Oh, here's a weird, stupid memory.
This is how we're getting that 5 minutes.
Friday, I used to play pep band in high school. That's when basketball games were Friday nights. But you can't eat meat on Friday, so we would go to Godfather's Pizza across from our high school in Richfield, and we would all just sit there not eating sausage pizza. And all of us complaining about it.
Yeah, in college I used to, like, if we went out on a Friday night, if it was past midnight, Friday's done, boys. Like I can have meat now after that. But that sounds weird. With the boys, I didn't mean it that way. What is going on with this episode? What was I gonna say?
Something about meet with the boys. That's
so
all I
in
know.
Miami, like we were on our way. Saturday we went. Saturday night was just like a night of like games at the Airbnb because the Airbnb had a pool. Like we went out Friday night, got our fill, definitely got our fill, and then Saturday was going to Miami South Beach, and then coming back around like 4 or 5 and just hanging out at the house all night. And I was like, perfect, because I had to get up super early. Somebody was ordering pizza, and like it's a group text, and I just see this text come in. We want cheese, please. And I get so frustrated when I see adults ask for cheese pizza because I was like specific. I got told that so bad. It was the girl whose wedding it was going to be. And she was like, wow, all right. But the text,
all right.
The text I sent back was like, cheese pizza? What are we ordering for a 7-year-old boy's Marvel birthday party? Like, who doesn't get anything on their pizza? I'm sorry. Like, anyways, we're still going.
While I was driving in today,
walleye, because it's Fish Friday.
I am honest. It's been one of those weeks where it's like I don't want to be home because it's just I don't want to put away laundry or put away dishes anymore. So I really want to go out and do something. But every time I go out and do something, I'm like, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
I'm so done with this right now. There's no in between. And I know I pulled out the schedule and I honestly had like a little, like, not a panic attack, but I had to take a breath looking at how many games there were and how quick it was coming up.
Yeah.
I was like, I really don't have a lot to do right now, but it's going to like, and then,
Mm-hmm.
And then you start getting into that. How many games are left before the end of the homestand? How many left before the end of the season? And then the season's going to come, and then the season's going to be over. And then 1 week into it's like, oh, I miss baseball. Yeah. But I swear,
swear what?
I want to see the green of that field. I'm so excited for last night. 5:30 driving around. It's getting dark. No, sorry, 10 minutes to 7. And I texted you. I'm like,
yeah.
We're 15 minutes away from first pitch.
And then I responded.
Unless it's in April. Yeah. Then we started 10 minutes
Then
ago.
we've already started the game.
Baseball math.
Baseball is coming and we're so excited.
This was
for this bullshit to be over and just play.
30th episode of Funny in Theory. It's all downhill from here. I'm Joshua Will.
We haven't said our names in these and a lot of them lately. And I'm Sierra. I almost forgot what my name was.
If you made it through it, please give us a message and tell us what we talked about because I don't remember a thing.
Okay, let's have a great weekend, people. Let's go.
Did you still want a song?
Oh, sure.
This week we're going to listen to Mojo Dance, which was Coach.
I do kind of remember that. What was it for, though? What song?
Humpty Dance.
Oh, that's
This was a good one. And if you can ever go look up the video, Coach nails the...
Is Gert in it, too?
No,
okay. What?
I think that was the hero. No, not the hero.
That was the
Everyone
steel one.
Now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. Mojo Man.
But look at the video, and Coach nails the Digital Underground action with his tongue. I just look it up.
What?
He does it so well.
No.
He likes his oatmeal lumpy.
I jump all the jacks and I run in my place. So best if you don't forget this face. My name is Coach, see? And here's my approach, see? Yo, K-Man, oh, how I love to punk thee. And all the batters in the AA, please allow me to dunk thee. I have a ball, y'all. And just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the ump calls strike 3. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky, I'm grumpy. I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'll whistle this, and you hit the mat. Give me 10, cause I'm ridiculous. I'm sick of your excuses and your gibberish. Hey yo, Madonna, come here, can you help me with this? K-Man's up to bat, look at me, I'm wiggling. We strike him out and we'll be giggling. I'm tough, mustache like a broom, serving up Mojo like a lady in the lunchroom. Root beer, what we'll get with the K here. The way he's swinging, you better keep a case near, cause I'm nimble in my short pants, and I even got my own dance. The Mojo Dance is your chance to do the coach. Come on, do the Mojo Dance. Come on and do the Mojo Dance. Do the Mojo Dance. Come on and do the Mojo Dance. you know what I'm doing.
Come
I'm
on,
doing
do
the
the
Mojo
Mojo
dance.
Do the Mojo dance. Come on, do the Mojo dance.